Peace, family, peace. Welcome to another episode of the OG Wisdom Podcast with me, your brother Tad. Soon to be joined by our brother C-Gutta and our sister K Fighter, who's going to join us today. Today, we're going to talk about the frenzy that the whole city is in. The city's in a frenzy about a New York artist named Max B. Now, some may know who Max B is, some may not. But if you don't know who Max B is, let me familiarize you with him. Max B is an artist for Harlem. Some say he was born in the Bronx. He tried to get down with Dipset at one point, but Cameron refused to let him rock. But that didn't discourage Max B. He stuck to his guns, he stayed on his grind, and eventually he caught the interest of Jim Jones. Now, Jim Jones took Max B under the wing, put him down with his crew, while Cameron was out riding high on his success. And Jim Jones was cultivating his lyrical skills. He was putting this whole thing together. And he had Max B, he had an artist named Stax Bundle, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe he also had Chinx Drugs. Unfortunately, Chinx Drugs was deleted, as well as other artists that Jim Jones had put under his wing. Max B decided he wanted to take the bull by the horns and keep grinding. And he did. Him and Jim formed a bond. They were very tight. I would almost say inseparable. But somewhere along the line, Max B was still having one foot stuck in the street. He got jammed up. He got incarcerated. His bail was about $1 million, $2 million, something like that. I don't remember what it was, but then it got dropped down to $90,000. He asked Jim to help him out. Jim said, I will. Now, this is according to Max B. This is a story according to Max B. Jim said, I'll bail you out, but sign over your publishing to me. 6 albums and your publishing, and I'll get you out. Eventually, Max B got out, but this is what soured their relationship. So Max B started rolling with French Montana, who had an issue with Jim Jones that went as far as on the street level. Now, a lot of this, we're talking about rappers, but a lot of this was in the streets. So as this goes on, Max B develops his relationship with the dude Cocaine City, you know, and it's just so crazy because so many thoughts are swirling through my head right now, because I really want to make this a story of redemption, because though everybody's celebrating Max B, I don't want anybody to forget the loss of a brother who lost his life. I believe his name was David Tyler, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. But he lost his life in the interim of all of it. So Jim Jones got Max B out of jail. Max B thought he could come up on the lick, heard about somebody who had some money, a guy named Jay out in Fort Lee, New Jersey. He had some money, set up the robbery, allegedly. Max B sent his then girlfriend and his cousin-in-law, of one of Max B's, sent his relative. They go run up in the spot. They go to get the money, but the guy David was there with Jay. He resisted. The male accomplice ended up deleting this guy David. They get caught. They just automatically give over to Max B, says he put the whole thing together. So he gets caught up for conspiracy, felony deletion. Gutta, when you're ready, give me the thumbs up. Felony deletion and some other things. He was offered 75 years, as to which he took a plea deal of 20. Max B got involved in some programs, good time, got his time reduced. This happened about 2009. So when you see everybody celebrating Max B right now, not only is it because he's home, he's a talented artist, but it's his resilience that got him home, and he didn't waver from his charisma, I would say. Max B is a very charismatic dude with a larger-than-life personality. And this is why New York is in such a frenzy, because as we see, this is the first time in decades that there's been no hip-hop records in the top 40 charts. And people are wondering if Max B is going to be the guy to bring New York back. His name is Max Bigavelli, and that's because he paid homage to Biggie, Jigga, and Tupac Machiavelli. So he put it all together to call himself Bigavelli. And this is why everybody's in the frenzy of Max B, because he's definitely talented, definitely charismatic, has a larger than life personality, and there's still some unresolved issues between him and Jim. So everybody want to see where this goes. But before we get too deep, Gutta, what's going on? What's the word, bro?
What's good? Peace.
Peace. I'm trying to give the people a background on Max B, who he is, and why New York is in such a frenzy right now. Anything you want to add to it before we continue?
I wasn't out when his wave was going on, so I really can't add nothing to
that part of it, right?
Yeah, I'm just happy, brother out and he able to do his thing.
Yeah. There's mixed emotions in the community. Everybody's happy that he's out, but then there's some who says,
"My God, New York."
Definitely salute to New York.
Hey.
Yeah, shout out to the usual suspects. Yeah. Sister Brooke Mellon, our sister Aruba 927. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to them.
Everybody that came out, man. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Because we just
I wasn't around for his because I think his shit was like 06, 07.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, when they shit started cracking. So I was locked up, so I didn't get a chance to, but I heard, he had a nice wave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he used to call himself the Silver Surfer, and he coined the term wavy and all of that. I mean, he had New York on a whole nother vernacular, a whole nother spin, And like I mentioned earlier, you had Stacks Bundles down with the crew. You had Trinks Drugs. Rest in peace to both of those brothers, who got deleted, and they had a strong, solid movement. That was a force to be reckoned with. And I won't say this was the kind of Dipset, but Cameron was dealing with personal family matters to where he really couldn't fully submerge himself in the entertainment no more. I mean, Dipset was already huge. They were already blown. Everybody got checks. And he had enough money to sit on and take care of his family issues, Okay. But at the same time, Jim being just a hype man, of course, he didn't have a cut like Cam and everybody else. So he fought forward. And I will always give Jim his props for that, for not leaving his destiny in another man's hand, because a lot of times people wonder what happened with the Dipset. Well, once Cam took his hiatus, for most of them, that was it. If Cam don't move, they don't move. But Jim grabbed the bulls by the horns and moved forward. But then, Max B being the guy that he is, when him and Jim got into their disagreement, he said a lot of salacious things about Jim's lady. How she touched him in Miami and all kind of other things that I won't repeat. However, this was started their beef. So when Max B got locked up, it was sad, to say the least. Because we OGs with the win.
Yeah, that's tragic. Anytime you get taken away from your livelihood, and especially when you have, like he said, a wave.
Yeah, I mean? Max B was the hottest thing at the time.
A nice wave. So anytime you get taken away from that, there's a few artists that happened to.
Name a couple of them, because we know Max is not the only one.
Chi Ali, my man Chi.
Right. Shout out to Chi Ali. Yeah.
It's a few dudes. You could say even with Ja, even though he wasn't doing the numbers he was doing before he caught the case. Once he caught the case, Ja Rule. He did a bit.
Did he? Wow. I could believe it. It's a lot of things I'll be forgetting. I'll be pushing.
So that stops a lot of your movement. Whether you up here or in the middle, y'all was clearly still being able to do his thing as far as booking shows and stuff like that. Because that's where your money is.
Yeah.
And Ja was an international artist.
Yeah.
And then that felony causes a lot of things. You can't travel to a lot of places.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of things that get cut. People don't realize that.
Yeah.
You got countries like Canada. Canada will dub you. Canada dub big, my nigga.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
What they dub big for?
He had a felony.
Just because he had a felony, not no open cases, just a felony.
Oh, you got a felony?
Like that.
You a felon? Yes. They dubbing you, my nigga.
Wow. Rest in peace to our brother Big, man. But yo, that's crazy. I never knew that. So yeah, with Max right now, everybody's going crazy right now. And for those who don't know, Jim Jones has a podcast. What's it called? Jim Jones, Mano, Dave East, and Fabulous got a podcast called Let's Rap About It, I believe it is. Is that the name of it?
I don't know, but shout out to them.
Yeah, definitely shout out to them. Because
I talk about their bro. I caught a few of their clips, but I definitely don't remember the name of their joint. Definitely shout out to my nigga East. He gave us a little short interview. So
yeah, we definitely gonna put the whole one out before the week is out. But it's funny because I felt something when Dave East said that, when I asked him, what's something you learned about this business that you didn't know coming in? And he said, everybody don't rock with each other. He said, all that be for the cameras. And mind you, this is prior to the party. Because now on their podcast, Mano and Jim Jones spoke about Max B coming home. And Mano, he picked a side. He said, yo, boom, you my man. I'm not going to the party. If y'all got issues and you my man, I'm not rocking with it. Straight like that. I noticed Dave East and Fabulous silence. I'll be honest with you. They didn't say anything.
It's more about maturity as well, my nigga.
Talk about that part, Gutta. That's what I was going.
It's about maturity as well.
Yeah.
Me and Jim ain't buddies, but
right. But y'all was able to put y'all issues behind y'all.
That shit is a dub.
Right, because y'all grown men. And I seen the video of y'all dapping it up, showing each other love. You know what I'm saying?
Like you don't gotta fuck with nobody, but like taking it to that extent is like, well, I ain't being around this dude, or
Yeah. And as a grown man, that's his prerogative.
Yeah, but like I feel it in a way.
Yeah.
Like, but I look at it like this. Them dudes had a relationship before you got involved. You understand what I'm saying? That's the same thing with Mace and Cam was button heads. You know what I'm saying? I never took it upon myself to beef with Cam.
Even though you and Mace were tight.
Yeah. Because it wasn't like, in my eyes.
No, and you picked up.
It never was really a beef between those two individuals. They had a misunderstanding, and they didn't want to talk for a minute. But you know how friends are?
Yeah.
These childhood friends, my nigga. So I'm looking at it like, yo, these niggas is sandbox niggas. So why would I be
in the mix of that?
Yeah, no, but being frontline and being on bullshit. Like going to go that nigga can. We was never on that. It was just that every time we was out, Jim would interject. And that's where we had that's where we had our disagreements.
Because he wasn't minding his business.
I mean, so I can't look from his perspective.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Now I say that, hold on, Gutta, I say that because you held the right perspective, because I would have did the same thing. And in retrospect, I guess Jim would have wished he'd have took that same position to mind his business, because Jim was on the outs. He's on the outs now.
See, and you also got to remember that is Big literally, like, I was in the crib when Cam brought Big to the crib. I mean, when Mace brought Cam to the crib.
Right.
To run for Big.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So Big, like, so why would I, and then somebody that's in our circle signed him. So, like, it's all for the most part, it's a family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And when I listen to them, right, Gutta, because like I said, your position is the same position I would have took. That's like if you out and you see me and Blacko getting into it, but me and you together, you like, yo, that's his man. And not Blacko from Notion, but Blacko from Wavy. You know, because
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if me and Black arguing, you like, man, they day ones and they've been doing this since they were 6 years old, going back and forth. And that's what I felt happened.
It's not my place to this. First of all, I'm from Brooklyn.
Right.
And at a time that meant something. Like you being from different places, you don't like the most I would do is mediate.
Yeah.
I'm trying to mediate. Bro, that's between them two. Let them two boom, boom, but he continued with the Beffa and all of that. So that's where our collision came in. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying is that's why how I look at it. It's like, bro, it's like them two dudes knew each other way longer than you knew him. Right. For you to get involved in something that you wasn't around for, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, look, Gutta, right there.
You're feeling like, yo, this is my man. I'm gonna ride with my man, but sometimes personal issues is between those two individuals.
Right. And the lesson in that is what Jim is experiencing now, because Jim jumped out the window for Cam. You know what I'm saying? Remember, he went at Mace hard. And now Mace and Cam make up, but Jim is on the out. And had Jim not went to bat for Cam, I don't think Mace would really have the gripe that he has with Jim. But Jim now, and that's the sad part. And this ain't no cap for Jim Jones, but I call things how I see it. He really did put Dipset on his back and run with it when Cam took his hiatus. And people laugh at Jim, and but you really got to look at his resilience. And I definitely want to talk about Mac's resilience, because all of us can bounce back from whatever you gotta remember we could bounce back.
Cam had family issues and health.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like I look at that, you know what I'm saying? That's different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different thing. So you can't, you can't look down on somebody when they have issues like that.
Exactly. That's why
even with like, not to get off topic, even with some of the things Kanye experienced, not all of them.
Right.
All this shit can't be excused because it's calculated. You know what I'm saying? I know certain shit when it's calculated, and certain shit where he just gotta anger, he just gotta, you know what I'm saying, let out. Dig what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like when people are dealing with issues, you gotta give them grace as well.
Yeah,
and that's everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like we done all made mistakes where we ain't give people grace and end up backfiring.
Right. So do you think? Let me ask you. You think people are giving Jim grace because, like, the talk right now is this welcome home that Max B got? People saying this is how Mel should have been brought home. Mel Matrix, welcome home to the bro. Mel, they saying this is how Big Meech should have been brought home, because remember Big Meech's show was canceled. His welcome home party was shut down in Florida. But Max B, like, his joint is super duper viral. Dave East popped out for him. Shout out to Dave East for being the man standing on his own.
I think that's in your relationships, the relationships you have with people. Like he got a real genuine relationship with French, as far as I can see.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And French is in his position where he can put him in position.
Right.
So that's like loyalty plays a part too.
Yeah. And see, there you go, Gutta. Because now Mano is being loyal to Jim. Well, what Mano said in another podcast is that Max used to actually record with Mano in him before he even went to Jim. So Mano actually knew Max for a while.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know that.
Right, me neither. I think it was with him and
that's
Angela Yee on his joint with Angela Yee. He talked about him and Max already having a relationship. And what's get convoluted to me, right, Gutta, is everybody's talking about loyalty. But what are dudes being loyal to? Because at what point do you be loyal to yourself? Because now Jim Jones didn't show loyalty to Cam when he popped out on BET with 50 Cent, when Cam and 50 was beefing. He pulled up and did shows with 50 and everything, knowing that Cam and 50 was beefing. They talking loyalty, but Jim did a song with French. Jim and French got cool. Even on all this time, knowing that French is Max B man, so why not hold French to the same standards that you want to hold everybody else to? Yo, if you rocking with Max, I'm not rocking with you. Why not hold French to that? Is it because dudes got a bigger bags and could get you certain opportunities, or is it pulling rank? And it's just a rhetorical question.
I mean, that's industry politics. You ask me.
Yeah, and that's what Dave was talking about.
That's me. That's industry politics. Like that's why I say, bro, it's like y'all don't have to fuck around, but like have a open opposition to each other.
Right.
It's senseless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know what I'm saying? That to me.
Now it is.
You can't get in nobody else's mind, but I'm just saying, is it like looking at it from angles where it can go left.
Right.
That's how I look at it. It's like it can and everybody knows. Like
we don't want it to go left.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody, include Max. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows if it go left.
Yeah. But at this age,
that's what I'm saying. At this age, it's like, come on, bro.
Right. What is it really about?
Like Mano and Jim is at least 50.
Right. Yeah, I know Mano's definitely over 50. Yeah.
So, bro, it's like we got to get to the point, because it's not being a role model, but it's being an example of what maturity is.
Right.
Nobody's anybody's role model. That's some European concept, I think. You know what I'm saying? The role model should be your parents and your uncles, and you know what I'm saying? If you're a man, yeah.
People that you know love you.
Yeah. But at least be an example of what a G is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of
stuff G homie status now.
Yeah.
When you that age, that's what you are to younger. You got to think about it. That's what you are to a dude that's 40, my nigga.
Right. Or even 25.
No, what I'm saying is, imagine if you're an old man to a dude that's 25. Let's keep it all the way honest.
Yeah. I like being old. That's why
I don't know. I
earn these shits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We embrace it. But what I'm saying is, that's what they have to understand. You're not their peer.
Right.
So
as an elder, you gotta set the standard.
So you gotta set an example. Is bro, and it's like, don't get it twisted. We all, tweak out. Because I tweaked out last week with my grandson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm with my grandson and tweaked out. You know what I'm saying? Almost choked this individual. But anyway.
But I mean, you in protector mode, especially when you got your grandson.
Yeah, so I lost it because, you're still supposed to, hold a certain amount of dignity and not allow your grandson to lose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to, it's like you set an example. It doesn't have anything to do with being a role model.
Right.
Set an example of this is what you're supposed to do.
Conflict resolution.
Age. at this grown age, this is the angles we supposed to be pushing, because we got to push that to the younger individuals.
Right.
Like, we got one enemy, my nigga, and that's the establishment.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that, because that's what it's about. It's about conflict resolution, because of course Max B coming home, you know what I'm saying, off of a damn near 20-year stretch, what he did 16. I mean, what you did 16. I mean, a lot of us, we're not, like, we know we with the shits. All right, each of us got a blick, each of us got a crew, a team that'll come out and bang for us. What does that mean? All we doing is causing more death and destruction in our own community. But here, dudes got opportunities to really change lives, to change people's whole family lives. Like, we talking about dudes who touching M's. These dudes touch millions, if not have the potential to. Why would you still deal with conflict like you do as a little dude? As you start getting in a higher money bracket, you
got bigger opportunities.
Yeah, man.
And you have then, you know, you have more opportunities resolving issues like that maturely. You know what I mean? Because now you got opportunities to go a lot of places and do a lot of things.
Yeah.
As opposed to
being stuck in the hood.
Shut your money up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you'll become a detriment.
Right. A liability.
Yeah, you're a liability. You come here, boo, this gonna happen. Especially in the city, because we dealing with two individuals that's in the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can't speak for outside the city. You know what I mean? But you know, we don't know how that goes outside the city too. I know how the fandom works, bro.
Yeah.
I done seen a line of dudes with no shirt on, with bandanas and bald heads in front of the stage, bro. Like, I'm telling you, not like, you know, type of shit. You know what I mean? And then next thing you know, they rocking all his shit. Like, I done seen some hilarious shit, but it done also been tense as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where motherfuckers is really, you know, and it's not like you would think we would be somewhere on the West Coast. No. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? This is the Midwest, the East Coast, and the South. You know what I mean? Where you just have individuals. So,
and that's crazy because there's live dudes everywhere. Dudes get busy everywhere.
No, of course. So, you know, and I hope that brings, like, because I don't, like I said, I didn't really get a chance to get into Max B, so I don't know what he is as far as lyricism.
Nah, he's a good artist. He's definitely talented. You know, I think him and Jim, had they put that, and because it ain't too late, because I'll be honest with you, I was definitely glad to see Cam and Mace put the issues behind them, because I knew they were a powerhouse already. Because they got the chemistry. You see it in their podcast. We heard it in their music.
If you notice with Cam and Mace, you ever heard either one of them really diss each other?
Nah. And that's the thing. That's how I knew they could repair their
you like, unless it's something subliminal that dudes didn't catch on to.
Hold on, I'm gonna ask you something too about the Cam and Mace B, but I don't want to lose sight of Max B though, right? But I'm gonna come back to this Cam and Mace thing, right? But what I'm gonna say about Jim and Max, I hope they could really put it behind them, make super dope music, because if French Montana and Jim could squash their beef, because remember, they had beef from the Cocaine City days, back when French was putting out the Cocaine City DVD. It's the which, oh man, that brought up another question, which he tried to play C's and put that video of C's out dancing with a towel on. But and shout out to French, you know, everybody grow up, mature, and then move past those little skirmishes and disagreements, because it's all about the business. And everybody want to make money to take care of their family. A lot of times I hear people talk down on money. I can't talk down on money because I got children and grandchildren that depends on me. So, and not just
talking down on money. Oh, talking down on like get money.
Yeah. Yo, money ain't everything. Money is not everything, but at the same time, you still gotta provide for your family.
Of course, you want respect. That's first. That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
But you know, you're gonna get respected on how you move.
Yeah. What I wanted to ask you about the Cam and Mace beef too, because a lot of people don't know, is that it was over the horse and carriage video. Was you home at the time when that beef first started?
No, I wasn't home. I came home when like they wasn't talking.
Because I know they spoke about it on the radio, particularly Mace, saying that since Cam was signed to Undies, he wanted compensation for being in the horse and carriage video.
Yeah,
Cam didn't understand the business.
He did 357 first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not mistaken, Un might have owed him a few dollars too. I'm not, but like I said, I came home and like,
right. It was already going down.
Yeah.
Because from the way Mace explained it, and I think Cam kind of acquiesced to it too. But Mace was trying to explain to him, yo, give me 10, 20 bands. He's like, yo, how you gonna charge me? I'm your man. He's like, nah, I'm not charging you. I'm charging your label. This is in your budget.
In the budget, baby.
I don't think Cam understood that then, because remember, Mace was already on. Mace was already learning the business.
Mace knew the business. Like I said, I wasn't home.
Right. And Mace was like, yo, you can't let these Brooklyn dudes go to Cancun on your dime. You don't spend that money, they gonna spend it. When he say Brooklyn dudes, I'm just thinking about dudes around the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking
he definitely wasn't like saying it like that, because it was really because he was with us every day, my nigga.
Who, Mace, right?
Yeah, Mace
right.
was with
That's what I'm saying.
Every single day. So you got to remember, Big passed away.
Yes.
So Mace wasn't looking at it. It's like, I'm dealing with Big.
Right. Because unsigned Cam.
Exactly.
Because Big was gone when he was gonna sign Cam.
Yeah. So,
and that's where the rift between Mace and Cam came. Yeah. That was just a misunderstanding. And I think with Jimmy jumping in it, that pretty much fueled it, because that's all Mace would keep saying, Jimmy, you don't know what you're talking about. But then, you know, it got to the street level and a lot of people got hurt, and I believe somebody got deleted behind that. So it was really hard for dudes to reconcile. You know, it was hell up in Harlem when all that was going on, because of the entourage was getting into it. And I'm saying, I know Max and Jim, they entourages got physical a couple of times. One time outside the studio, one time.
It wasn't so much Mace and Cam entourages.
Who would you say?
That was happening in Harlem. That was Harlem shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that dudes is from a certain area.
Right. And I was going to say, that's where it get crazy with Max and Jim, because everybody's cool with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so if I'm rolling with Max and my brother and my cousin is rolling with Jim, how do we really clash? Because this is really them two men's beef. And like you said, it's a Harlem thing. Everybody rock with each other. Because I know Dave been rocking with Max B. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Mano been rocking with Max B. So how do you deny Max B? Because you got a working relationship with Jim at the moment. You know, that's what make everything so sticky and touchy. And as grown men, it almost sounds like high school shit. Yo, don't be his friend. If you be his friend, I'm not gonna be your friend. That's what it really sound like in the long.
Like I said, bro, is like for it's just me, for like, it's only for Nino interjecting. It's like, bro, is like, let them two dudes, you know, deal with whatever they got to deal with. And from what I heard, Max came home like, he don't have no beef with him. Like,
Yeah,
this
yeah, that's
boy
what he
came
said.
home, you know what I'm saying? He don't have no beef with him. So,
Yeah.
if you
And for the record, I won't say Mano was like, he's not instigating nothing.
no, because I seen the clip where he asking them
Right.
like, bro, is it a way, you know what I'm saying, that this shit could be resolved? And you know, Jim was like, man, don't ask me, I'm worrying about getting money, you know what I'm saying? Blah 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 blah.
Right.
So it's not like he's like instigating him. He's just like, yo. It's like, yo, bro, it's like he's telling Jim, like, yo, bro, it's like, I'm fucking with you. So just think about where you could put this at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like on a peaceful term is how he looking at it. Is like you can put us in fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Like put us in a situation where dudes is, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. You see what somebody posts, right? Save New York rap. Question has always been alive, especially with the GOAT Nas. And now what he does with mass appeal. We haven't really seen no big, huge thing with Nas right now, other than his business move with the casino in terms of the music. Who's playing it?
This what I would say. That's for
hardcore Nas fans. Go ahead, Gutta.
Nas definitely a GOAT. You know what I mean?
Never take that away from him.
But this what I would say. I would say it's like for the new breed. You know what I mean? It's like we haven't had a new breed.
Right. Because Nas wasn't on the top 40 either. So where's the big music? Where's the big?
Well, like I said before, like I'm glad we ain't on the top 40.
Right.
Let us listen to our shit, because that's less access that they get and get the, you know, because they didn't already commercialize gangsterism.
Yeah.
So now everybody has, like, it's no diversity.
Yeah.
You don't have nobody talking about not spinning, not like anti that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's no diversity. Like, even if you a street dude, you could still talk about, you know, like problems you had, but talk about something coming up better.
The resolution to the problem.
Yeah, we got to stop. You know what I mean? We don't got that.
Right. Well, that's what you and I are here for, because sure enough, we street dudes and all we talk about is the solutions. We want folks to know. We pointing out the problems, but here's how you can resolve it. Like you said, Gutta, you know what I'm saying? You got to have a level of maturity to deal with certain things. You know what I mean? And as we age, and I think that should be all of our goal, to age gracefully. As we age, we got to realize we can't solve the problems with the same mindset that created the problem. If me and somebody got a disagreement, we can respectfully disagree, and we ain't gotta be around each other, nor try to make friends pick a side like we in high school or junior high school. And if everybody's in the business of making money, then just get back to the business of making money. I ain't saying everybody got to be partners, but I would never say, God, I don't like that dude. Don't rock with him. You rock with him. How we going? Nah, because you're your own man and you make your own decisions. I make my own decisions,
bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. I know they got a personal issue, but if we on some rap shit, keep on the rap shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think it went further than rap for them.
Yeah, keep it hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, bro, everybody that had their little differences, they got their little coups, they got their little battles and all that. But you know what I mean? We gotta be the individuals that it gotta come a point where niggas is like, somebody gotta be on some peaceful shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and then peaceful don't mean like y'all holding hands together and hanging out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you like bro, like it's moments of peace even when you're dealing with the enemy.
Exactly. But only people who study the art of war and know what's advantageous and what's not. This is how so many people get deleted. Bruticus Inc. said, nah, Tad, you wrong. Well, Might be wrong, might be right. But the way I live my life is I don't want beef with nobody because beef don't bring nothing. Like I've had beef. I'm over 50 years old. I had beef at 17 in my 20s. You know what happened? Mm-hmm. Police got involved. You know what happened? Somebody got deleted. You know what happened? Somebody went to jail. You know what happened? Both sides was removed from their homes. That's what happens in beef. Only money moves you making now is in jail.
This is my whole thing.
You don't win. Like
nobody got deleted. Like you really don't have no beef.
Exactly. Like, and that's what I'm saying. It's that mindset, right, Gutta? And shout out to you, Bruticus, saying we ain't gotta agree. We can always respectfully disagree. But there gotta come a point in our lives as men, as mature men. As you said, Gutta, we only got one enemy, and that's this establishment. There's a whole system designed to remove us off the board. Why would I assist my open enemy to deleting a potential ally? And that's what all of us are. The hip hop dudes in the North, dudes in the South, dudes in the East Coast, dudes on the West Coast, dudes in the Southwest, dudes in the Midwest. We all could be allies because we know we got the same open enemy. We just have to learn conflict resolution skills because every time we get mad, we can't throw tantrums and just want to grab the blickies or jump on a dude, rob.
Dudes get mad for people joking on like a region. Like New York dudes be getting mad when like
I hear New York jokes all day, and I get it. It's funny.
We got jokes on each other. We got jokes on each other boroughs. So like, what the fuck? You serious?
What? Like, so no, people don't understand that part. They think New York is unified.
Yeah,
we be like, nah, he a Bronx dude. That's a Brooklyn. They don't know Brooklyn bullshit.
It's like certain shit is we too sensitive for certain shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we got to look at it in a larger scope. You know what I'm saying? Like when we start really looking at shit in a broader scope is where it's like we know who the enemy is. Like, bro, these petty squabbles is what these crackers want.
Yeah, you know, Gutta, when I was coming up, I remember dudes used to get into beef and we took some losses, you know what I'm saying? And I used to tell dudes, I'm not running out for beef no more. I'm not doing that. I said, because all that happens is one of our dudes got his feelings hurt. That's what it really is. A dude got his feelings hurt and be like, yo, grab the grippers. We gonna go do this, that, and the third. What happened now? Son violate, he trying to disrespect. You know, dudes exaggerate to rally up the troops, then get you on a crash out mission. Next thing you know, it's something that's not even that serious. Nobody violated your moms or your children. Nobody did nothing to your wife. They didn't mess up your money. All they did was hurt your feelings.
See, we had a fail-safe plan because niggas crack jokes all day.
Right.
So niggas could never take nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's true too.
We never like unless somebody really got hurt. That's when somebody like you get jumped. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We rolling.
You know what I'm saying? But if you got chased, you 9 times out of 10 you right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you let them niggas chase you? Them niggas? You know what I'm saying? Like that's so it was like, bro, we took some shit so non-serious.
Yeah.
Everything was a joke, is that was a survival tactic as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we knew serious between non-serious.
Right. Sometimes we laugh while we getting.
You gotta remember, we was like we big 16, I'm 19, 16, and we got a block. And older dudes want us off of it.
Right.
So we had real action going.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? We ain't like all the petty shit. We ain't had no time for that.
Right. Dudes was getting money.
We getting money, and we got older dudes on our heels. You know what I'm saying? Because they know this a money block.
Right.
You know the older homies is locked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we end up with a block. You know.
So it's like, so let me ask you, was dudes coming home trying to pick up where they left off? Do 5-10 years come home like, yo, they want their block back? Was that what the issue was? Because I've seen that before too, and that's how a lot of older dudes got put on their pocket.
That was where it might have been, because it was some dudes from the islands that came. They had a spot over there before, and they came back, tried to like dub us, telling us when we can come out. All right. And, dudes start getting booked, shit like that,
Yeah, it used to get ugly over there.
Yeah, then you start taking it to other places, and then eventually they left dudes at home.
Yeah, and C-Gutta living that life, right? Because as Nas said, the rap game remind me of the crack game. We see the same mentality in the business, and it's enough money for everybody to eat. And I think dudes need to really put that in their head, because that block mentality, it's not really helping. Because you got to lead by example. Jim went to Harlem and gave out lobsters, which is admirable. Feet in the hood. But then people like, yo, why are you just giving lobsters? He could have gave out gift cards, and it's almost like with people with a particular mindset, no matter what you do, nobody's happy, and they always upset. Even if you're doing a good deed in your community where you came from, because some dudes could take the money and never come back. They ain't got to do nothing for nobody. But Jim did that earlier this week. He was giving out food and stuff. And it's like, where's the level of appreciation for what grown men don't have to do for other grown men? I mean, if you feed another man's family, that's out of the kindness of your heart. You don't have to, because that's that man's responsibility to feed his own family. But it's almost like in the hood, folks are so judgmental of people. That's why as we critique this Max B, Jim Jones beef, I'm not going to be too harsh on either party, because we've all been fouled. We've all been done wrong, and we all have done wrong, And that's why I say, Max B, the hero's welcome, but we can't forget the victim he left. And it wasn't even him. It was his man left the victim behind, but they implicated him, and that's felony deletion. And anybody know, if somebody get deleted in the commission of a felony, that's already 20 plus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's people playing the game and they don't know the rules, Gutta. It's like you steal a car or something, and you running from the police, and somebody get deleted. Let's say they jump out the way and hit their head.
That's felony in the course of a felony. I mean, that's murder in the course of a felony.
Yeah. It's felony murder. And I don't think nobody really wake up in the morning intending to get deleted or deleting anybody unless you're on that type of time. Unless you really got beef. And
unless you're looking for somebody.
Yeah, you believing that thing. You know what you're signing up for. But we say that because here we are in the new millennium, get ready to go into 2026, AI is taking over. It's all other types of ways to make money where dudes ain't really gotta struggle too hard. All we gotta do is tap in with each other and really work together to move the needle forward as a community. And dudes still don't do that. But meanwhile, prior to our generation, we got the blueprint of dudes working together, of dudes having a crew. Like you said, you, Big, and O was out there. There's a couple of more, y'all. Shout out to Winnie and everybody else. Shout out to Fish. Everybody who's really out there with you. You know what I'm saying? Like we was on our block, me, Noon, Black, or I be in the terminals. I go from Wavy to the terminals. That was my little direction.
Shout out to the little homies from Grand Avenue.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Grand.
Always go down there. That's the young homies.
Or I just be out of town, go out of town and do my 1-2s. But there was a cohesion, there was a crew, there was a team of dudes working together. But sure enough, as we use that mindset to do illegal stuff to get paid, we got opportunities that our parents didn't have. Not all our parents, but many of our parents. Gutta father was a musician, so that was an opportunity to travel.
What I would say is we got ways to network legally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of networking, throwing bricks at the penitentiary, we got ways to network legally.
Yeah. Our sister K Fighter said, I think it's extremely sad that men who didn't have the attention and finances as youth, that as adults that now have can't let go of youth. That's real rap. Dudes who was broke when they was young, trying to get to the money. Now you grown and you got to the money. You can't let go of that young mindset. You know what I'm saying?
I think they trying to experience in their youth. Experience the youth with money. Like they want to experience, if they 25, 26, they want to experience that life when they have the money, even though you passed that time.
Yeah,
like
and that's crazy.
Because I look at it like this: you can find different ways to enjoy yourself than the ways you did when you were young. Yeah. I like me personally, I can't wear. I never liked the club. I only went there for 2 reasons: either because Big or Kim went there, or prior to that, the scope of something else. That wasn't never really my thing.
Right.
I'd rather get somewhere and just get away. Me personally.
Right. With nobody crowding you and mobbing you, where you could just go to the store and chill.
Yeah, like me, like my enjoyment, or going somewhere with my peoples, and they having fun. And me, you know what I'm saying? Just being there, watching them have fun, do the shit that they like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And see, and we can do that. Take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Eat right, stretch, exercise. You know, take care of yourself as best as you can, because you only as old as you feel. I don't feel like an old dude. I know I'm an old dude. Every time I look in the mirror, I see an old man. Like, damn, where the young Tag go? You know what I mean?
I feel like an old dude.
Yeah,
that shit vicious, my nigga.
But it's all on our perspective and how we deal with things. So even looking at Max B, he still looks youthful. Jim Jones, during his second childhood, they call him the OYN, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's ugly.
Word.
That's ugly. Don't call me that.
Word. I like being an OG. I like being an old dude. You know, I tell people, yeah, I'm a grandfather, because Gutta, we are fortunate enough, and all of us, you know, shout out to New York, our favorite troll, you know what I'm saying? But we all can admit that we're fortunate to be here on this very day.
Look,
bang out.
Yeah, falling off of a bicycle at 55. Yeah. Motorcycle. Bicycle. Yeah. Make them down bad off a bicycle.
Woo. Yeah. You want to share with the people what you're talking about?
That's how I'm talking about him.
Yeah. If y'all don't know, Gutta had a bike accident.
Yeah.
Bike accident, fucked up and shit. That's what he talking about. As New York talking about falling out of a motorcycle. Gutta fell off his bicycle. But he's still active. We still get around. It ain't over. You know what I mean? But now with the music, we see that drill is
brother Grandmasters is strong. That's a movie. And that's a movie.
This ain't a movie, dog.
Yeah. Nigga, I love anime. Like, that's my shit. Like, that's why I told you, I'm a nerd, my nigga. I watch anime, kung fu movies, all type of. I ain't into the horror shit, but anime and all that type of shit, I love that shit. But bro, that's the movies. That's the movie.
Yeah, and I don't want to miss Max B time, because looking at his Welcome Home party was a movie, and he has a show coming up, and they say it's sold out already, that they may be doing a second one. You know, it's a lot of momentum right now.
It's just like who's that came home? Who's that recently came on? The dance artist just recently came home. He did a joint in the Bar Plays. I think that shit was like 100 hours of cricket.
Was it Vibes Cartel?
Yeah, bingo. So, you know, you do, especially if you're entertaining and you come home and they put you in the can like that, home to get your money.
Yeah.
Get your money. Because it's a lot of people, like that's what I'm saying. When you have a core audience, you're gonna have them people that come out the fuck.
Yeah.
That's where your money is anyway in the shows.
And let me ask you, Gutta, because you've been around. I mean, you ran with the most legendary artists. Arguably, you moved around with Big. You moved around with Kim. Is the energy in New York the same as back then as the 90s and 2000s in the music scene?
No.
What's the difference now?
One thing that's wild is like artists have to pay to perform.
Wow.
Yeah, dudes will get a lineup and then they'll get like 12 new artists, and the artist got to pay like $500 to come perform in a spot where you don't know how many people gonna come. That's nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the way you treat artists don't give them an ability to, to prosper. And like at that time it was like the underground like really was cracking.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, every last artist that got on at that time came from the underground.
Yeah.
Big, Make, Locks, Wu-Tang, X, Jay, Pun, Joe.
Yeah.
Shit,
You have to go find the music.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying they had a buzz from the streets.
Right.
Already. So when they got on, people was like, yeah, dude got on, because we've been hearing him 2 years already.
Right.
Doing shows, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you don't have that same energy. Even though you got some young artists from New York that got that New York energy. You know,
what's some of the artists you checking out, Gutta? What's some of the new artists you think got that New York energy?
Definitely got to shout my nephew, Kai Cash, Rube son, J1, Kid's son, Nico Brim, that's Misa's son. It's not Puff's son, Misa's son.
Okay.
Cuz is nice. He a little pretty nigga anyway. And they not street rappers.
Right.
You understand? They not, well, that's not their
it's not
that's not their topic.
Right.
They come from that because that's their background.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what, Rube's son in the East. They grew up in the East for you know what I'm saying? So he come from the element, but he just never had the experience what we experienced. Same thing with J1. You know what I'm saying? When he was first born, that nigga stayed in the hood in Yonkers.
Jada's son, right?
Yeah. With Nico. You know what I'm saying? He stayed in Westchester, but he's, you know what I'm saying, right by the hood. It's the hood everywhere. You grow up black. You know what I'm saying? We black, so we, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Especially if our parents grew up in these certain areas. You're gonna have them connections to them areas because you're gonna be there. You're gonna remember time. Yo, my uncle brought me over here. Boo, boo, I remember this block. Boo, 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 boom. You come in to hang out with cousins and shit like that. Everybody don't leave the hood, man.
Right. And that's a fact.
So you got cousins and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Grandma.
Yeah, grandma. So you understand? So you still got that hood upbringing, so you can relate to everything that's going on, but you're just not involved.
Yeah. And I asked that because
they able to spit, they able to like like Rube's son. That nigga was rapping since he was like 3.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I know he been rapping for a long time.
Yeah, that little big head.
My kids be talking about him when they was young, when they was teenagers.
Yeah,
and they young adults now.
Him, J1, like all 3 of them like that, and I like it is that they rap like they New York rappers.
Yeah,
it's, you know what I'm saying. Not saying that those are the only, but these is the young dudes like out of the new breed that I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about any of the older cats that I may not know because I was in the camp.
Right.
No. Because you got dudes like J Mills and things like I was in the camp. So I don't know they catalog and stuff like that. Plus they a little older. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about as far as the new breed of younger, they not babies like 16, 17, 18. Cause those younger dudes, I haven't really seen that many not doing the drill shit.
Right. Stand true to themselves.
Well, I ain't gonna say that because that's their era. I can't say that they not true, but that's not a New York sound. That's what I would say.
Yeah. And what I mean to this,
some of them little niggas is nice as fuck, bro.
Right.
But
it's hard when everybody sounds the same.
I can't get with the subject matter. Me personally.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the only thing. It's like that's not like they may say that's the new New York thing, but I'm just talking about like, and I don't mean dude like just gotta rap boom bap like that.
Right.
What I'm saying is, if you see like you'll see Cam do his few freestyles here and there, Mace, you know what I'm saying? That type of, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, these is older dudes. You know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about is the younger generation doing, rhyming like that.
Right. Rhyming with passion and purpose. And that's why I said,
and just
find their own voice. Because like when Big and everybody came up, the rappers of the past, because we knew it was mad rappers who just tried to do what was hot at the time. And that's how they made it out. Everybody with the hand movement. I'm rocking the mic, I'm ripping the run, hand in hand. Well, that shit was hot for the moment. But that didn't stand out as an artist.
You had dudes that had their own, like, I'll give you a perfect example. You had, and dudes didn't do the numbers. Like you had so many nice niggas, especially in New York, that it wasn't enough sales to go around. Okay. Because you had like this, I'm talking about nice. You had Royal Flush.
Definitely.
Dead nice. You know what I'm saying? You had a few other dudes that could have did all right, like Mike Geronimo. You know what I'm saying? Like you had a few dudes that could have,
I ain't gonna front. Queens had a lot of dope MCs. Like Brooklyn, I always say we have the best, but Queen had so many nice.
I would say this: MCs. we had the hardest.
Yeah.
Like for that era, Brooklyn had the hardest.
Yeah. But like you said, you had Mike Geronimo, you had Royal Flush, you had Mal Deep, you had Capone and Noriega, you had Nas, you had, who else you had? Of course, you can't forget LL, Run DMC, and I'm quite sure if we think harder, there was so many other artists that was dope out of Queens. You had Murder Inc. because they had their nice little run. Queens definitely had it at one point.
But that's what I'm saying
about New York sound.
In that era, that's what I said. Queens had a Queen style. It's hard for us to explain it to somebody that's not from New York.
Right. Tragedy, Gaddafi. I'm trying to think because there's so many. So many. It's hard to remember all the dope Queens MCs. because they had tons of not just dudes was dope.
Yeah, you had dead nice niggas.
Yeah, only fly shit about Brooklyn. We had the elite MCs. We had Biggie. We had Hov.
We had the hard niggas.
We had, woo. We had some shit. And so when we talk about the New York sound, because what I see right now is Max B got New York in a frenzy. Like he's trending.
He got that, and this is what it is. He has a particular sound. He has a Harlem sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a Harlem dude with his style. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like it's his own style, but if somebody from New York know how Harlem, like he moves, like
he's Harlem.
Yeah, that's that Harlem sound. Like he's bringing the Harlem sound back. So that's what I'm saying is like, and we don't have to necessarily like be borough. You know what I'm saying? Right. Even though everybody gonna shout they borough.
Right, that's be borough bias, right?
Yeah, but
that's a New York thing to rep your borough.
Yeah, but it's like it's not necessarily a Brooklyn sound or a Harlem sound. There is a Harlem sound,
right?
Niggas can't deny that. You know what I'm saying? That's going all the way from Dougie and all of them. They did shit different than everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the uniqueness of the
mashup. Brooklyn and Queens was mashups.
Yeah. But
you know what I'm saying?
Almost. Because Queens was more laid back. Like they was hard, but
I'm smooth, hard. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Brooklyn was just MOP style shit.
Yeah, we direct, don't know how, like us in the Bronx, direct, don't know how to talk. We just say disrespectful shit out the gate. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Now that's a fact. So watching where the music is going right now, and as I watch the conversations change, because now everybody's leading into the podcast space, and I think, me personally, I think this is the perfect time for us to change the narrative of who we are as Black men within our community, on how we show up. Because what has always happened is what we knew about artists was always what we read. It was always secondhand information. Now with podcasts, we get to hear people's own ideas. We get to see how they feel about certain things. And we know a lot of Black men are fathers. We know, so this fights the narrative of men not being in their families' lives, not being in their children's lives. When Max first came on, the first person he hugged with his son was his son and his daughter, which I thought was dope, as opposed to being met by a whole bunch of groupie dudes. First people you hug is those people you created, which was dope. A lot of artists, a lot of men are involved in their children's lives. So we attack that narrative right there. But then for brothers who come home, brothers who've been locked up, who can tell you what the other side really is like. Not just a skid bid, not just people like you, people like Fruit, people like Man Do, people like 050 the movement over there, China Bremen, all of them, you know, dudes who really been through it and did a stretch, not skid bid. You know what I'm saying? I caught a skid bid. They tried to throw a quarter at me, but you know, I stayed in the law library and got my ass up out of there. So I'm thankful to not to have to do a stretch, no 10 years, no 25 years, no 30 years. But people like you, Gutta, y'all
are he said the extra hard on the Harlem sound like, hey.
Oh. Yo, you're number one.
No, hey, bro, I used to be with Mace every day.
Right.
I came home in 98. Literally, then every day. We was in Harlem almost every day.
Yeah. And what I was saying before I pass the mic back, Gutta, is that right now we have an opportunity to change the narrative, and we got to use our voices to be elevated, to really take control of our identity and who we are. And I just applaud all the brothers who's doing that right now. And I think the artists, the Black men who always got the camera on them, I think it's almost a responsibility to show us in the best light. And to, you know what I'm saying, not show that every time we got a conflict, we got to resolve it with violence, because all that do is invite the open enemy into our spaces to put a tag on our toe and incarcerate the other one. And we see this vicious cycle that we got caught up in. And I think us, me and you, our generation, our voices are the ones who can really break that cycle and really save the little dudes who's coming behind us, who think they the first ones on the block, the first ones with a pack, first ones to do anything. It's already been done. And you and I and people of our mindset are living testaments that just because things is fucked up right now don't mean it has to stay fucked up. You can always change your reality. You can always do that. And that's what I really want dudes to really start putting in their heads. Just because you're born fucked up don't mean you have to stay fucked up. There's always room for growth. You can always change your circumstances. Sometimes you just gotta work hard. You find a problem, work on a solution. Don't expend your energy focusing on the problem, because all you're gonna do is expand it. But look, you've been home for years now, doing good, taking care of your family, chilling with your family. There's a lot of dudes who ain't coming home ever, or come home and go right back. Come home again, go right back. And that's why your voice is important. My voice is important. Everybody's voice who's advocating for a better community is important. You ain't always got to read all the books and travel all over the world and sit with doctor this one, doctor that one. All you got to do is have a passion and love for your community. If you love the hood like you say you do, then try to help improve it. Try to influence people for positivity. And that's what I want. Our conversation is about that on a consistent basis. And I like that I see more and more dudes moving in that space. Because we don't like all that other shit, like beefing with each other, man. That shit is corny, right, Gutta? Because check the shit. The real shit is, when I see you, what you think I'm gonna do to you? I always tell people, yo, you threaten me, and I believe you. What you think I'm gonna do with that threat? You tell me you gonna knock my head off. You think I'm gonna give you that opportunity? We're not gonna play with it. My kids want to see me come home. My grandkids want to see grandpa. So if it's me or you, you're gonna lose every time, homie. You're gonna lose every time. So my whole thing is not to get into beef, not to get into drama. And as grown men with gray hairs, grown men with gray braids, we got to get into conflict resolution. Learn how to respectfully disagree. We ain't got to delete each other no more. That shit played out. Nobody wins, and we all see that now. But I'm off my soapbox. What you want to add to that?
Nah, you 100% facts. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a fact. Definitely got to figure out different ways of dealing. Shit like this is it bad, and gotta say sorry to.
I guess they say that people, yo, real rap Gutta. I did. When I got on social media, that was one of the first things I did. I apologized to everybody and people I ever harmed. Because I know I used to do bullshit. I know that. I'm not naive to who I am. But that was one of the first things I did, and chalked it up to my ignorance and stupidity.
Is he talking about school?
I guess
bullying. I know I was never a bully in school, and then like what I did, I was a grown ass man, and everybody I dealt with was grown.
Only those who deserved an apology.
I feel remorse for anything bad I did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like I wasn't a bully. I sold drugs, and like, if you're talking about people I robbed, but like why would I apologize to somebody that stole drugs and I robbed?
Yeah, right. Nah. We're not apologetic to them. But you know,
FBA strong, push black. No, but I like this. What I'm saying is like that's the reality of the situation, bro. I wasn't going around like beating up people in the hood,
right?
Like that. Like if you was a smoker, you stole something, I whooped out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I feel remorse for all the damage I did to the community. But as far as like saying I was a bully, first of all, bro, I'm not big enough to be no bully. I'm only 5'10". You know what I'm saying? And I play ball a lot. So like if we talking on the personal level, it's like, bro, it's like anything you heard, it was about me, it was in a rap, which is nobody's like, this is rap. Who's actually saying, come on, You know what I mean?
We know the line you hate. So yeah, it's just rap. I
Yeah.
told people, you know, Gutta, it's funny because I told people, they be like, yo, why would Big say that? I said, because yo, shock value. What people don't realize, and I always share with people, when Big was coming up, he was competing with Wu-Tang, Nas, like you competing with the West Coast. He was competing with, so you gotta say shocking things. I think just about every rapper says something of shock value. Like when Nas did Live at the Barbecue, he said, when I was 12, I went to hell for snuffing Jesus. Everybody's like, what? Yo, he ain't just say that. Nobody never said nothing like that on the record before. Now everybody's saying some the wildest shit. But back then you had to say something to capture the audience attention, or you gonna get drowned out because you had a lot of nice MCs. You still had Tretch, a Naughty by Nature, because Tretch was a lyrical monster too. He came out before Big. But Tretch was a force to be reckoned with. You had Redman. You still had the old artists still on deck. You had Grand Puba, EPMD, Big Daddy Kane was still rapping. KRS-One was still rapping. You talking about established artists.
Yeah,
was
you had Q, you had Snoop, so like 3 or 4 million. So all around,
yeah.
Shit, Outkast. You know, they went platinum.
Yep. So shout out to Outkast though.
Yeah.
Got inducted to the Rock and Roll.
Nice.
Salute to them.
Dead nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I was rocking with them.
They should have been
inducted.
They should have been inducted.
Yeah.
You know what? This what I'm saying is, them is the dudes that evolved beyond talking about what they was doing when they was young.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and stayed true to their lyricism.
Yo, Gutta, I'll tell you something. I watched a video of Andre 3000 talking about his song Hey Ya. And he said when he did
he said his man is like, man, you do that shit gonna ruin your career.
Yeah. We talked about that last week, right? Yeah, it's and that's crazy. But that's just being true to yourself. You know what I mean? And that's what we encourage everybody to do. Because Gutta, you can attest to this. A lot of dudes in the hood, like everybody in the hood is street dude. Crackheads, hustlers. But there's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
And if it ain't true, don't try to make it be you. If you uncomfortable with this street shit, man, get out the streets. But it's almost like everybody want to brag about the streets no matter where you go, whether you're in Atlanta, New York, North Carolina, South Carolina.
That's what I'm saying. Is no more diversity. I mean, well, let me say this: the artists that bring their diversity doesn't get on big platforms. That's what
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say, and that's why I'm that's why I'm like glad we ain't on the top 40.
Right.
Because now it forces individuals. I don't care where you're from.
Right.
LA. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Shout to LA because they got their own sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the upcoming, you know what I'm saying? You had a few dudes that's resting in peace now, but they got you know what I'm saying? The South. But we gotta bring like them same dudes that's talking about trap and spinning and the car, the jewelry. You got to give the same exposure to them dudes that's anti that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because every black dude that's coming up, not in the trap. Get them individuals that's nice as fuck for change. You know what I'm saying? And I like, long as they nice. Like if you nice, but you don't want to talk about selling drugs or in the trap or we in the strip club or we got this jewelry and that car and blah 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 blah. And the dude has more content than that. Not saying that you can't speak about that,
right?
But be more diverse, and that's what got to be pushed more. Like we gotta have like we don't got no more Q-tips,
right?
See what I'm saying? we don't have, you know what I'm saying? We don't have like what happened to the Joel Ortiz?
Right.
Where he from the hood, but he's on bar time.
Word. Joel Ortiz is nice.
Yeah, he come in the same vein as an Eminem.
Right. Gutta, you see this question here, right?
Why do y'all think Jersey rappers got casted out? Casted out of what? That a dude, what's a little one-eyed dude? He sold a bunch of records.
Fetty Wap. Yeah, shout out to Fetty Wap.
I wasn't no big fan of his.
Yo, hold up right there, Gutta. I'm gonna tell you the wildest story. So my man, right? He hits us. This one, me and Doggy was doing DTF radio. Shout out to Doggy Diamonds. We was doing DTF radio in Bushwick. He said, "Yo, interview my man. He can ready to come out." He's like, "Yo, this my little dude." So you know, that's one of the bros. So we like, all right, send him through. Played his music for us. That's when I knew I was old, Gutta. He played Track Queen, some other shit. He left. I said, "Damn, I feel bad for son. He mad cool, but his music is trash." Blew the fuck up. It was me, Dog. I think Koku was there, and our man DJ M from the Bronx. Yo, we all felt stupid. We was like, yeah, we old. We don't know what's up no more. Because you know when Fetty Wap dropped, he took off like a rocket. That shit was car commercials.
This what I would say about like every generation should have them dudes still rapping too. Like, come on, my nigga. I can't listen to a nigga that's you can't have a nigga that's 19. I'm kicking 60 in the ass, but I love hip hop. So what about the niggas from, you know what I'm saying? Dudes gotta stop rapping.
Right.
They gotta, you know what I mean? When I say stop, it's like you gotta continue, keep going. It's like, cause you got dudes that want to listen to your type of shit.
Yeah. And I think there's a fan base for all the genres, cause
and then we did like some young dudes. You gotta play some shit for us old niggas so we can like some of y'all got some shit that I fuck with, but I can't.
But you know what, Gutta? The young people listen to our music. It's just the blind leading the blind, because you think about it. You roll up on some of these young people, they be playing music we be rocking. Like, yeah, my pops used to play this joint all the time. This was his.
No, it's what I'm saying is go in your bag and do some of that, you know, because these little niggas can rhyme. I'm not saying they can't rhyme. Go in your bag and hit some joints where a dude like me, you know what I'm saying, a dude of my age range, I fuck with this one. You know what I mean? Instead of once I hit a beat and the hook, I'd be like,
Yo, Bruticus is stupid. I said, we 50 years old, we in the Luther Vandross era. It's a fact.
So we need them old niggas that was real. We need Grand Poobah old ass. Nigga, just don't come out with the backpack and all that. But,
word, right?
Yeah. Definitely don't come out no Tommy Hilfiger, nigga.
Some Jabros.
Yeah, don't come out no Jabos and Tammys.
Trying to take it back.
Tammy who?
Or, but Bruticus did ask about a movie, a Junior Mafia movie. Have y'all ever discussed that before? You ever run across your mind? Anybody ever threw that idea out there to do a movie on JM?
You gotta remember, I'm not a rapper, so.
But you are JM. Because everybody in JM ain't rappers, you know.
Yeah, but that gotta go through the individuals that actually was signed and all that in order for something like that to go through.
Yeah, because I think that would be a dope movie. Because
I would have to be the remaining members that was on paper being able to, you know what I'm saying, come together.
So really like holla at Knee and Bang and Siege.
See, Clap,
Yeah.
and Trip.
Yeah.
So those were the members that were signed. So in order for you to do something like that, you have to, all them have everybody got different stories. Like
Right.
But most of us is from down the way.
Right. Only one who's not is Clap, right?
Clap from the Bush. Yeah, everybody else is from.
And Bristol is from Tompkins, right?
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Bristol. Yeah, but everybody else.
Chris from.
Oh, further down. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, with Trooper Marcus Garvey.
Okay. Rest in peace to Bristol.
See with Marcus Garvey and Lewis. My bad. See with Marcus Garvey and Lewis.
Okay.
But yeah, everybody else is from St. James and
Into St. James, damn near.
Bang and Trig is from
Cambridge,
which is the next block.
Yeah, the next block over. I always thought that was wild about Junior Mafia. I always said, yo, because I mean, in our hood, we were more block centered than anything. You know what I'm saying? Then everybody just met on the strip. Because you think, damn near the whole Junior Mafia, all the out from a different end of St. James, but it's St. James nonetheless. Atlantic. Then you
gotta think about it.
You got Fulton. Then you got you on Gates and Green. Then you got Kim up there in Lafayette.
But this is the thing is like you said, the strip.
Yeah.
Fulton Street was like, especially when you're young, Fulton Street is everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just think about I got back, I was 15. So that shit, I wanted to go to the park, play ball. You know what I'm saying? Then when I'm, doing non-legal shit, I'm in mid or doing what I do. But, I wasn't really on Fulton Street yet.
Right. Yeah, and that's funny because my window was on Fulton Street, so I had a bang right out the window.
Yeah, as a kid, you get the kids is nosy.
Yeah.
I give a perfect. I'm walking with my grandson last week. This nigga just walked in the crowd of dudes. Like that, bro. Stop being nosy. Get out. You know what I'm saying? Stop being nosy. Come on, bad bro. You know what I'm saying? He just walked dead up in the crowd, like. We kids, we know the shit, so we wanted to see everything. You know what I'm saying? So, especially for Need and all them, they go up, they got to go to the store around the corner, met foods, blah, blah, blah. Nia and them, I remember Nia and them was stealing steaks and shrimp and all that shit out the joint bus. If Nia want $10 or something like that, he wanted to bang a few steaks and come sell them to us. Word.
I'm laughing because that was him and C's.
Yeah.
He didn't want it.
So
shout out to them. Shout out to the whole Junior Mafia.
Yeah, everybody same thing with Bang and Trey. Got to come around the corner or of Cambridge. Nothing is on Cambridge but trees and houses.
Yeah.
Come around the corner to Fulton Street.
That's where the action
was. The mats. And then you meet everybody. Yeah, everybody meet up. They get together. They start running around, playing scalesies, fucking with us.
Yeah,
we on the block. They want to steal oranges from the fucking fruit stand and bomb Harami and them. We used to have, niggas.
I remember Nino doing.
All them niggas had a bag. All them niggas snatched a bag of oranges and ran dead in the corner store and pelted the nigga out. The nigga fell like he wasn't out, but they pelted him with so many oranges, he sprawled out on the ground, because he trying to tear us out the store. So they pelt him, he fall, he laying out on the sidewalk. Police come, they make it hot. We cursing them out.
Yeah, badass Junior Mafia. Bang. I could see Banger Knee and C's doing that shit. I just
then also with my nigga Bo. Bo was one of the ringleaders. Him and Knee was the ringleaders.
Well, Bobo?
Bobo, yeah.
Oh man, shout out to cousin Bobo.
Yeah. He used to have a big radio. So they used to wait. They used to stand on the corner, wait till the police pull up, and play "Fuck the Police." And then the police chase him. They run. Like, these niggas.
yeah. Bo was a troublemaker when he was a kid. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's part of growing up in the hood, man. And that's as we live.
That would be a great movie, though.
Say it again.
That would be a great movie because Kim had her own little story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you had when Flatbush. Then you got, stuff with me and Big.
Yeah. True story. Young man stopped me and asked me about my tree tone sneakers.
Oh yeah. O had some leather tree tones.
Yeah, tree tones was a joint.
Right? Yeah. He had some all black leather joint.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say about Bo too, and it's all about growth, because when you see Bo, the man he is now, you never think he was as bad as he was when he was young.
Yeah.
You never think he was causing trouble like that. But that's all a part of maturity. So when we see some of these artists, these people of influence, don't demonstrate that level of maturity, you look at them with a side eye, like, come on, bro, we better than this.
I look at it like this. You establish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have wealth to pass on to your kids. So now it gotta be a time to build.
And that's another thing. You don't want to lose the wealth. Because I see that there's a YouTube video / movie documentary about, what's that, Sebastian Telfair?
Yeah.
Who?
Oh, he back in the beach days?
Yeah. I didn't watch that yet. But I see that's trending right now too. And all of this is cautionary tales for those who lived before. See, unfortunately in our community, we told like getting old is like almost like a punishment. Like, nah, my dude, this is a privilege. And that gives us wisdom. So we can help you avoid some traps that a lot of us fell in. But, it's like, how do you make it translatable to the younger dudes? Because we trying to save our children. Because now that we're older, these 20-something-year-olds are our kids.
I remember like thinking like that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
man, I ain't trying
old dude couldn't tell me nothing unless you was living the life I respected.
Bro, I ain't trying to get old.
Yeah,
that sounds crazy, my nigga.
Yeah,
that literally sounds crazy.
Yeah,
I'm in my 20s though. I hope. You know what I'm saying? You hurt the worst for you. So you don't get old. That's the most retarded shit. But
that's the ignorance of our youth.
Yeah, living and going through the shit. You know what I'm saying? You see all the losses and all that. Nigga not even thinking about, nigga, I gotta see. I'm talking about how I want to live to be old. You know what I'm saying? That's when I had to mature. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, nigga, you don't get old. What about your daughter?
Yeah, right. And see, that's what children make you do. It makes you mature. So when our age group, dudes still trying to act like they teenagers, it's like, damn, son, you a grown man. I remember one time we was doing the show, and it was Doggy and Koku, and it was funny because they was just talking about intimacy, talking about how they like their shit done and all that. And it's like, Chad, what you think? I said, yo, I'm a grandfather. I can't talk about that. And they just start laughing because they knew I was serious though, because I don't want my grandchildren to look back at some of these videos and things I've done in the past and be like, your grandpa was a wild dude back in the days. Nobody want to see their grandpa, hear about their grandpa getting busy, exploits. And I want to hear that shit. So I'm mindful of how I show up in the world now because I had children. And now my children are adults. They understand everything that I was planting in them when they were young. You know what I mean? So when we talk about these artists, when we talk about how we show up in the world, beefing with each other, dudes who was at one point cool, we really got to learn how to put that shit behind us, especially the artists. Get back to making music because music is what really helps drive our culture. When you look at just about every generation, you're never going to talk about the Harlem Renaissance of the 1920s and not talk about the music.
Jazz,
You're not going to talk about the revolution of the 60s and not talk about the music.
The soul music. You know what I mean?
And that's what we
and the spirituals.
Right, the spirituals. Yeah, when we talk about enslavement.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, yeah, we all like. That's what I'm saying is like we got to get back to our music being more militant and revolutionary.
Yeah.
But you know, like unapologetically black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Grandpa did stag movies, huh, brother Ted? I ain't hear them dreams called stag.
Yeah, this nigga said stag movie. This nigga's ill. This nigga is yo, how old are you, my nigga? You said stag movie. Nigga ain't heard that since I was a teenager, my nigga.
Where we call them POs, Ponos, P-O-N-O. Oh,
Pono.
Like, yo, he watching them POs. They're watching POs. He call them stag movie.
Yeah, dudes got to get back to like talking about our enemy for real.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it ain't got to be everybody. And even when you talking that street shit, talk that.
Right.
That's who, you know what I'm saying? That's who we gotta, you know what I'm saying? Or talk about the impacts of what this street shit gonna get you.
Yeah, I was listening to Destiny.
I definitely like when a dude give you a story, you know what I'm saying, and then tell you the results of, like you was just saying, death certificate.
Yo, summer vacation, a bird in the hand.
My shit. But them, both of them is my shit.
Yeah, I think that was one of my favorite Cube albums.
Professional crack snacks. Rented a car at wholesale. Went to the guest, checking the hotel.
Word, that, yeah. and that's the point you make, right? Hey. You could talk that shit, but give it more to the story. Because he went to jail. Out of town slinging.
Exactly.
Dudes start banging. Like, it's real in the field, and it's a way to articulate it. Like, yo, like, even when you listen to
I don't like Massa.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was just downtown. I was like, you know what? Because you know, sometimes you try to find good music to listen
to. Damn. It's another joint he got where he gets shot. He like down at the wet spot. Me and JP and he sold him old birds in the pet shop.
Yeah.
And that's when they served us. That's when the blue car served. Oh, why did niggas have let blue? Heard 6 pops from a deuce. Big Tom had to push it. 13 niggas headed straight to the bushes.
Yeah, what is that song?
I forgot that. Because right after that,
it's Dr. Khalid.
Yeah, let me live
my life so that I could give my life for the liberation and salvation of the black nation.
Saints, saviors, soldiers, scholars, healers, and killers. No longer dead, deaf, dumb, and blind, out of our mind, brainwashed with the white man's mind. No more yo, bro.
No more homicide, no more genocide, no more fratricide.
You know what I was up north? My nigga, I used to get by the CO desk and put that shit on. And you know you got the big headphone.
Yeah.
I used to be singing that shit loud as a bug. Yo, them crackers used to hate me. I used to do that one and Horny Little Devil. Oh yeah, my
that was the next song.
Yo, them niggas used to be tight, bro. Them niggas hated me.
Yeah, and see, like, and nobody never take
like this would be
off the map for being a hard artist.
Say it again. It's street shit. That's a straight street shit.
Yeah.
Just giving you the reality of what goes on in the streets.
Yeah.
You got Color. He had, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Colorblind.
Oh yeah, Colorblind was my shit.
Colorblind.
Be True to the Game. Dumb shit.
Us. True to the Game is on another album.
Nah, it's on that one.
Nah, that's not on Death Certificate.
Bro, why? I'm gonna pull it up right now. Because I'm trying to think what comes on after
to the Game. Negative. I'm not on Death Certificate, bro. I'm telling you.
Death Certificate.
Nah, I was 10 years old doing dumb shit. That's
right.
that
dumb shit. Dumb shit, Only Little Devil.
Niggas in the mother shit. better known as a deuce, and we all want to smother shit.
I think you might be right, brother.
I know I'm right.
So hold up, what album is that then? True to the Game.
It's either the third or fourth album. I can't remember. Because the third one had the first single was Wicked. I Get Wicked.
Oh, that's the Wicked album is I want to say Lethal Injection.
Is it Lethal Injection or Predator?
Tear this motherfucker up. Nah, True to the Game is on Death Certificate.
No, it's not. Brother, it's not on Death Certificate.
You can't see it because the thing. In fact, True to the Game come on before Colorblind. True to the Game come on.
Wait, this ain't Easy?
No. He wasn't dissing Easy in that one. That's No Vaseline.
No, not No Vaseline. Not True to the Game. We talking about you move to the.
Yeah. Yo, y'all in the chat, help out. Which one y'all album y'all think is from? Because I see it here. It's coming up under Death Certificate. True to the Game, but this is showing the Death Certificate, like you know when they edit the joints and add some tracks and all that. The Death Certificate, right?
Nah, that's not Death Certificate.
What you got it on? What album you see it at?
UPS 5 million less more than 5 minutes through the current saving settings.
Yeah, you that motherfucker that betrayed your homeboys and you ain't.
It is showing that though. That must be some new, like that wasn't originally on that album.
Because I know Wicked got that's Lethal Injection.
Because True to the Game is on the same one where he got the joint with Dials FX.
Right, Reckless. Yeah, that's Lethal Injection with Wicked and all that.
Yeah.
So they must have put them on albums or something.
They probably, you know how you do what they call a remaster?
Right.
They probably put that on a remaster, but it's not on the original joint.
That's crazy now, because that joint is
definitely showing that. It definitely shows that on
yeah, because right after that it's Colorblind. Yeah. Track 16 is True to the Game. Then after that is Colorblind.
But what I'm saying is the original album, True to the Game, wasn't on there, because you got to remember that didn't come. True to the Game didn't come out until after Check Yourself. That was the second single. Remember, that's when he had the afro and the chucks. That Certificate, he didn't have no afro and chucks.
Right, he damn sure didn't.
He had the bald head on Death Certificate.
Right, because Lethal Injection, he had the afro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It got to be remastered.
Yeah, it probably is.
It had to be. They remastered the album and added that as a bonus track.
Yeah, New York said he not a Cuba. Then you don't know what you missed, New York.
Oh damn! I feel sorry for you. Oh, Road to the Riches was fire.
Yeah.
Nigga, why you think he fucked with Q?
Right.
G-Rap is definitely one of the legends from New York.
Yeah. So when we say New York sound, I think that's something we talking about. And I don't think
that's cool. G-Rap. That's Nas cool, because
look, G-Rap is from Queens. We was talking about Queens.
Yes. Like I was saying, like you had a few sounds. You got because you got Primo. You know, every producer had their own sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think that's what we got away from. Like then you had dudes that would start copying other sounds.
Yeah, like the originality of it all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, but I can't knock a producer for like he hit his.
I definitely don't.
Because bro, My nigga, there was some producers that came in there and gave Big some beats that was mixed up, ready to die. Like damn near the whole album.
Wow.
Yeah. So like I get it. You know what I'm saying? He probably got them off to somebody else.
Yeah.
But like, you know, you gotta think about it. I'm in jail. I'm listening to the whole beat. Strings all the way through. I'm listening to one song like from the beginning to the end. You know what I'm saying? So you know how you had the little instrumental at the end keep playing for another 20 seconds. So you hearing what music it came from.
Yeah. Definitely shout out to Nice and Smooth.
Yeah.
You know, so when we say New York sound, this is what we talking about. Because back then, nobody sounded like nobody really.
If that's what I'm saying, yeah, a New York sound, but it was like it was through a lot of the producers.
Yeah,
you had Tone, and
Pope. Yeah,
Pope. You had Marley Marl. You had, you know what I'm saying? You had all these Pete Rock. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, each producer had their own sound. So most New Yorkers would go to those producers and get that sound from each of those producers. That Dame Grease. Kumo D will go, what are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ludacris must be in the crib just sleeping on something.
You
must be in that drink.
Right now. You trolling right now, my nigga. You trolling. You definitely trolling right there.
It's a free troll.
Yeah, that's a troll, my nigga. We respect trolls now. Don't get it wrong.
We welcome home.
Don't think, you know, because y'all part of the conversation, because y'all just to say some shit.
Yeah. See, I like what New York said, because I was just thinking this. He said Dr. Dre stole Eric Sherman's sound. Facts. Yeah. I mean, E-Double was doing those funk joints.
Yeah.
Before Dre.
No, he wasn't. Dre was doing them just around the same time.
With the World Class Wrecking Crew? You think Dre, when did Dre start producing his joints? Because we can't exclude World Class Wrecking Crew, but you think EPMD is 87, 88. NWA, they came out in
88.
Yeah, about the same time. But I don't know. I think E-Double was more known.
You gotta remember, Eazy-E came out before NWA.
Yeah, that's true.
And Dre was producing for other, you know what I'm saying, other people like that. He could, like, neither one of them bit each other.
Yeah, I would say that.
Bro, it's the age range of what niggas grew up on, my nigga.
There you go.
That's what dudes got to look at with a lot of the producers from that era. A lot of New York producers grew up on the like in the 80s, they started doing the James Brown shit.
Yeah, everybody did that.
So certain dudes had to start finding other lanes because everybody like can't.
Yeah, dudes burnt James Brown to death.
Yeah, you can't keep doing James Brown or them the old shits break beats that niggas used to buy in the record store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did you listen to Ghost's new album?
You got to also remember Bismarck was a producer too.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So these, like, everybody had their little sounds, bro.
Yeah.
All the producers. And the rappers was the ones that were able to enhance that.
Yeah. V for Vengeance said, why nobody salute Super Lover seeing Casanova Rut? I ain't gonna front. I was thinking about them too when we talked about James Brown. V for Vengeance.
What I'm saying is
James Brown a lot too.
Were they some ill niggas like on the mic?
Lyrically, yeah. You didn't think so?
It was cool.
I thought they was dope. I think what messed them up though.
You know who was a nigga that was nice, but I don't think he ain't really had a look. Granddaddy IU.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's what I was getting ready to say about Super Lover seeing Casanova Rut. When you sound like other artists, it was like coming on the heels of Rakim and Kane, almost with their styles and cadence. And that's how you get lost. And with Granddaddy IU, it was almost that smooth, it's similar to Big Daddy Kane.
Him and Kane, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, Kane had the look. He did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to remember this a business.
Granddaddy IU too.
Yeah, you got to remember this a business too. You know what I'm saying?
Business of selling records.
Yeah.
Business of selling the music.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? We got to take that into account. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to also remember, like, you have other dudes like Kwame. That's what I say, the diversity. Because
Kwame was from Queens too, right?
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Another Queens MC.
Like speaking on, you know.
Yeah, Big and Kwame.
Yeah, Big, bro. This nigga couldn't wait to that. Doom, 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 doom. All right.
The rhythm.
The rhythm. Exactly. He couldn't wait for that shit to come on Video Music Box.
Yeah.
That was his shit. You know what I'm saying? So niggas like he loved Child Called Quest.
Yeah.
Like Bonita Applebone, that was his shit. I didn't care for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was his shit. So like the diversity.
Yeah.
Then, you know what I'm saying? Like with the diversity of producers.
I'm gonna tell you a funny story about Big, a conversation I had with Big. We was talking about something and I was like, yo, you get on, son, you gonna blow. Yo, he was like, nah, son, you trying to gas me. I said, yo, nigga, you don't think you doping a Q-tip? He just sat there and thought about it. Because at the time, Check the Rhyme was big. Remember when Q-tip dropped Check the Rhyme, that was a big, I said, nigga, you don't think? And he stopped, but, because remember, what people don't know is Big was humble too. I mean, he brag on this shit when it's time to, but he really respected music.
Big was arrogant, and Lining was that he was confident in his skill.
Right.
Not even, but he just like loved hip hop. That when he saw a nigga that was on, he gave praise. You know what I'm saying? He gave just due.
So tell Kwame that Biggie did like this song, because he always say, "Yo, he ruined my career." Word, that should be crazy though.
Now I seen some shit with him. He said Big stepped to him. Like, I don't know. He said Big, he did his show and Big, like they was at a joint together and like Big stepped to him and he said like I wasn't even mad at him. I was mad at all my niggas that was with me without all of them. That was hilarious to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's like,
yeah,
you gotta have that.
Let's get
down. Gotta have that diversity where you have more. We need more comments, more Talibs, more Black Thoughts, like in the forefront, as opposed to just spinning it. I got this, and I'm jumping out of helicopters, and you know, this foreign, that like that shit is cool because it's motivation to a degree. You know what I'm saying? But what type of motivation? Right. You know what I'm saying? Because if that's all you motivated for.
Yeah. So Gutta, what you want to lead the people with? Yes. Yeah, and shout out to you, The Real is back. Imagine Biggie in the early 2000s, he would have took over the rap game. Rest in peace to the GOAT. That's a fact. People always say, yo, you can't say that. He only had 2 albums. I was like, yo, but look at his body of work. He do got a dope catalog. And every artist that he did a song with, damn it ripped him. It's one song with him, KRS-One, I think Raekwon, might be some other person. Big ripped it. Nobody talk about that. And this was the early bit. Big ripped it.
That motherfucking joint he did with Trey Lee.
Oh yeah, I was listening to that yesterday.
And I cause I fucked with that is part time. Like I fucked with Trey Lee. Like Trey Lee was on that beat. Big got on that joint with him, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like Trey did his thing.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was listening to yesterday. Like, yo, he holding it down with Big. Like, he holding it down.
He's doing his thing. I can't say like big shout to Trey Lee. He's not holding it down. He's doing his thing. But Big massacred that shit.
Yeah.
All verses.
Sister Ruba
Like,
says,
it's like
battle.
It's like niggas like you'll keep it real to the point at certain times, like nigga, like when we still had tapes, niggas will fast forward to Big verse. That's when you know a nigga just not saying that he ain't even get busy. He got busy. But it's like Big massacred him that you don't like, you just want to hear what this nigga is saying.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like not saying that he ain't get busy, he ain't do his thing, but Big killed it so much is like his shit was an afterthought.
Right. And he did that on damn near every track. Every time he got with somebody. Niggas is mad to get more butt than ashtrays. Fuck the fair one to get mine the fast way. Everything. You think everybody he did that Flavor in Your Ear remix with was dope. Everybody. Legends in their own rights. And this is early Big.
Let me see.
Murdering the established artists.
Hold on.
Buster, LL. Who else was on there? Of course, Craig Mack, it was his joint.
That was it that mattered. Let's be honest.
Say it again.
That was it that mattered.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be
Got shit on everybody else.
like, be real. Let's be real. Like, I ain't trying to shit on nobody, but and LL says some straight bullshit. Easy. Delicious. Low tissue. Like I can't even like
give me couscous.
Bullshit. He was yapping, my nigga. Some straight bullshit. And L can rhyme. Like, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we know that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, niggas know.
But that shit was trash. You gotta give it up.
Bullshit, my nigga.
What is he? She?
Bullshit. Yeah.
What is give me couscous?
And give me electrocuted, barracuda, tongue kisser, piranha. Like, shut the fuck up. That shit was horrible. Come on, my nigga.
Yo, I'm glad it's the end of the show. Yo, God, what you want to lead the people with?
And who else? Nah, my nigga, This is my nigga, Buster Cousin.
Oh,
and he had that
Rampage, the last Boy Scout.
What irked me the most. This is the most. He had a hood on. He had that low ass chain. That was violent. That's not a chick, bro. You don't put those. Nah, my nigga. First of all, I don't like a chain supposed to never be outside the hood. You doing too much. But if your shit that little, my nigga, niggas wouldn't even put that outside the t-shirt in jail, my nigga. Like, niggas ain't trying to floss that in the can.
So grandmama gave me that chain.
Yeah, why is you out here got that shit outside the hood, my nigga? Ooh, bro. And that's my dude. Even though, like, and he got the man. He got the flat feet, and it was just like 13s. That's my nigga. That's my nigga though. But yo, that's my nigga though. But that you was out of order for that one, my nigga. You was all the way out of order. Big shout to my nigga Rampage, last Boy Scout. And the that name, the last Boy Scout. Like, why you talking some gangster shit because the last Boy Scout? That name don't matter. That don't add up to me. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. You know, I just wanted to get on my little, bullshit soapbox for we leave. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you just for we leave. I just said, but we need hip hop, to be diverse, man. That's all I'm saying. We need the dudes that's talking about, partying with the Queen Mother Earths. You know what I'm saying?
Burning incense and
you ain't necessarily got to be burning incense and wearing crystals and all that shit, but you you can get normal. You know what I'm saying? But definitely no grown men with the hookah in their mouth. Don't rap. I don't want to see that nigga in the video. He got the hookah.
Gutta is crushing the culture's world.
He spit
going out tonight.
Like, how are you spitting with the hookah in your mouth? Come on, my nigga. That's a no-go. Can't do the poppy shit. Only Dominicans can get away with that shit. We're the only niggas can get away with the hookah. No. I got homies that do it. I tell them niggas, Jay, Rain, but y'all don't rap, so y'all cool. Stop that hookah shit, girl. Like, I'm gonna get everybody a salute for that. Like, get my little rack at the end.
No doubt, shout out to everybody in the hood. Shout out to all the hookah smokers. Everybody going out. Shout out to the legends, old and new. Gutta, what's the last thing you want to leave the people with before I close this out?
Man, one, be yourself. 2, be able to laugh at yourself and laugh at everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Gotta laugh at yourself.
You know what I mean?
Or
That's part of your wisdom. Being able to laugh at the mistakes you made, as long as you know you straightening that up. Most of the shit we did, like when you look back at that shit, was hilarious. Fights and all that. You ever sit back and look at a fight you had with your man? Y'all ain't really trying to fuck each other up, but y'all throwing mad punches. And y'all look goofy as shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the type of shit you gotta.
You really don't even want to fight because you know the dude. You like,
you don't really want to fight the nigga, but you want to fight him.
Yeah, that's a fact. So maybe Max and Jim should just shoot the 5 and say, "This is it. Look, we're gonna shoot the 5 and we're going to the studio.
Hug it out, man.
Word. Do it for Harlem. And I'm a Brooklyn dude.
Hug it out. Both of y'all perm it up. You know what I'm saying?
Perm it up.
Well, yeah, put the perm game back in effect. Wave it on up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my man got it. Yeah. So, yo, family, that's it for us today because Gutta got my stomach hurting over here. Shout out to Rampage. Shout out. Welcome home, Max B.
Man.
Welcome home to Max B. Hopefully, y'all can learn something from this episode. Hopefully everybody get in the space of conflict resolution, recognizing everything ain't always got to be physical. We ain't saying be buddy, but as grown men, we definitely got to remember how to squash beef. You know what I mean? We got to learn how to put our differences to the side and get to the money. We supposed to be growing as businessmen. So we got to put the business before the beef. You know what I mean? Get to the bag. That's what everybody's here for.
And I want to leave with it. Like, most dudes from the streets is like hood comedians. So you could joke about this shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Shit is humorous. Remember them niggas told Mano he was born in prison.
Yeah. Now people really want to laugh. Go back to the story of you and Jim. Look for one of them old episodes we did when Gutta talk about him and Jim, how they used to not get along and how they squashed it. That story was funny though, Gutta. Telling about the fights back in the days, you and Jim. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you did say the joint at the Ruckus. It started with other people, but he came straight for you, right?
Yeah.
He snuck his hit and peeled off.
Nah, Bang snuffed Tiger, and that nigga snuffed me. Right off the bat. Ah.
If she only a real man can admit, yo, he snuffed me. He got his hit back. And they got to know the story prior to that. But yeah, family, we want to thank y'all for rocking out with us, man. Remember, we growing over here, OG Wisdom Podcast. Tell a friend that we back at it like crack addicts. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. You know what I mean? Have this conversation with your people, all right? So, y'all stay up, stay blessed, and stay true. And we see y'all next week.
Peace.